Slim Jim came into our care as a result of a animal control cruelty case, and he was found to be cruelly treated by a judge and was awarded to us. He was severely emaciated, dehydrated, and quite frankly, just really tired. His spirit was very low at that time. We literally were only able to feed him a flake of hay every 2 to 3 hours because his system just would not be able to handle anymore. We did that for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we were able to let him out into our play yard so he could start grazing. And after a couple of weeks of that, we were able to start introducing grain and other types of feed to get him to gain weight and to become healthy again. I think the first time that I knew we were doing a good job with him was we had the farrier come out to trim Slim's feet. They were in horrible condition. And as soon as he was done, I knew Slim would be okay because he started trotting across our play yard. And I knew then that he was going to be okay.
You ready? You good? Yeah? All right.
I was very fortunate because I have worked for Santa's Wonderland for 10 years to be able to actually send a message to Scott Medlin and to ask him if he would consider taking Slim.
Myself and my family and our entire organization, we have a huge love for animals. And we certainly have a huge love for animals that need a second chance. And so we went into the horse business 10, 12, 15 years ago and started having horse and carriage rides at Santa's Wonderland. And I personally have just fallen in love with all of the horses here. And so as we've grown over time, we've looked for opportunities to bring in special situations, animals that have a certain need. And so it's just a part of who we are. It's part of what Santa's Wonderland is. It's a part of our brand. And Santa Claus wouldn't have it any other way. So.
Caring for Slim Jim in particular is rather easy. He's an older fella, so we don't expect much out of him other than letting him have a good time. We, make sure he's up on all his, vet stuff, and then other than that, him and his little girlfriend in the pasture get to run around, roll in the mud, and have a good time. From hearing his backstory and then coming into what he is now is most definitely a resilient story. Again, there's no real trace of his post-trauma. You can go handling him. He's real easy to mess with. He's rather a pleasure to deal with every day. He's a bit of a goofball. Whenever you have him caught up a little bit, doing stuff, handling him, trimming his feet, when you let him out, the first thing he's gonna do is he runs a lap around the pasture really, really fast. But his breeding makes it look kind of funny because he's a half-gated horse. And so it's one of the little quirks we like watching. Oh, there's a lot of special bonds that can be made with horses. They're healing in a lot of spiritual ways. Therapeutic ways. They're very much, very useful in that situation. We have a lot of the drivers have troubled pasts, and this is where they come and feel loved and accepted. Mostly because they'll build a connection with the set of horses, and they get to have that experience all the time. And once the horses, they do build a relationship with the people, and you can see it on a regular basis.
I think horses in general, and really all animals in general, will lift and enrich the human spirit. TJ mentioned them being therapeutic. Well, one of our core values, matter of fact, it's our #1 core value, is to lift and enrich the human spirit. And so I believe that the animals definitely help people and help lift their spirits. And in turn, we lift the animal spirits as well. And so it's a great trade-off, and it's a great relationship. And again, it goes back to, you know, the intangible rewards of being a part of this. And there's so many, there's too many to list. But, you know, seeing this guy and knowing that he's no longer Slim is awesome. And I don't know why we're calling him Slim anymore.
No.
He needs a rebrand.
He needs a rebrand. Yeah, he needs a new name.
Thick Jim.